Hi guys, this is Jason here from the Nathaniel School of Music. I'm the keyboard and the ear training faculty here. And in our ear training course, we basically train you to develop your rhythmic, melodic, and harmonic ear. In this quick tip right now, I'm going to help you guys understand chords. And the assumption for those of you watching this tip is that you already know the theory of your chords, which are major and minor. That's the bulk of what I'm going to do in this video. Now, each of these chords, also known as triads, have three notes, obviously. The root, the third, and the fifth. I'm currently playing an A major chord. Okay, and for me, identifying the root and the fifth is not too much of a challenge. It's identifying the third, which is always the challenge, and the third note of the triad essentially makes up the sound of the triad itself. So it makes sense to train your ear to figure that out. And we have a few exercises for that already. There are quite a few exercises which deal with knowledge of the entire chord. For instance, if you play an F major, you should basically be able to sing all of the notes in a pattern. Another chord. What happens is these become patterns, and then your ears are not really getting trained because your brain is already getting used to that flow of the notes. It's also like singing a scale. Over time you get used to it, but when you start using that scale for a melody, it doesn't become so easy anymore because the notes are very random, and then you have to rely on intervals to guide you through. So with this exercise, I have a simple way of getting your thirds. It's very simple, but however you need to have some way of producing harmony. So on a keyboard, you can do it. You can also do it on a guitar or a bass or any instrument which can produce harmony, or else you could try and use a software which can help you train your ear more efficiently because it gives you those chords for you to hear and respond to. So this exercise is very simple. You just have to know chords. So on my keyboard, I'm playing a G fifth chord, which is G and D. A fifth chord is just the root and the perfect fifth. And what I would recommend you to do is to first sing these two notes, which will be na, 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 and then try and find the third inside. Na. Don't play it on your keyboard or guitar. Imagine it and sing just the third. Na. And then check it with your instrument, because your instrument is obviously going to be in perfect pitch. So check it with your instrument and you should be just about right. Even if you're not a singer and if you don't train your voice, it's definitely worth using your voice, because using your voice is the only way you can really prove to yourself that you've got it right, most of the cases. And it also helps while improvising, while doing stuff at the spur of the moment, using your voice. So, hope this tip is helpful for you, and then you should try and randomize the whole process with not just major chords. Try and also identify the minor third in the chord. So, if I play a G fifth, sing the third again. Now I'm singing the minor third. of the C fifth triad, of the C fifth chord, which gives me the C minor chord. So major, minor, and so on. You could try this out, and you could also use it as a compositional exercise as well, to perhaps understand your melody line as it goes on top of the chords, since you're going to end up using most likely major and minor chords in the composition. This is a tip for those of you who just about know major and minor chords only. In the next tip, I'm also going to show you how you can identify the sevenths for a 4-note chord used perhaps in blues, funk music, jazz music, and so on. So catch me in the next tip where I show you seventh chords.